Alright guys, so for our second phase, second part,
Yeah.
we're gonna be going over the second set of things that we were going through. So some of those things were the tests, whether it be the home test, the blood test, ultrasounds, just every possible test you can go through. So just get ready for it because it's a lot. Let's get into it.
All right. So, yeah. So like in our last video, I told you that we had to do this shot. So, just a shameless plug, power of journaling. I ended up writing in when we took the shot, and that was on September 30th. So September 30th, we had to do the shot. And then after that, we had to wait, I think it was, how long did we wait? Was it 2 weeks? I think it was 2 weeks.
Yeah, it had to be something
Yes.
longer.
So, yes. It was, we had to do the dreaded 2-week wait. So if you're not familiar with the whole TTC community, which is trying to conceive community, the 2-week wait is basically that window that every woman needs to wait before they take their home pregnancy test. I don't want to say negative Nancy, but I wasn't very optimistic. I just wasn't. At that point, I was also just emotionally just very drained with having to do all these tests and having to wait, and I was just I was emotionally I was a wreck. Like I even looked in my journal, and like on what was it, October 13th, I think it was October 13th, I'm just writing like I feel like crap emotionally. I'm just
She's
a mess. Yeah, I'm a mess. I want to say that same week I had an appointment to go and take a blood test.
I think it was on a Wednesday or something.
It was on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
I literally slept. Like I was supposed to get up, and he's like, "Are you gonna go to your appointment?" And I just like I said, I didn't want to. In my head I already had the mindset that they're gonna tell me that the treatment didn't work, that I'm not pregnant, and at that point in my head I'm like, I just need to find out what the next steps are. Like that's where I was. Him on the other hand, he was like, just go figure it out. And I didn't want to, so I ended up calling, and they're like, well, have you taken a home pregnancy test? And I'm like, no, I don't want to take a home pregnancy test. I don't need to hear no or see no twice. Like, when's the latest that I can go and take a test? And she's like, if you don't get your cycle by Friday, come in Friday morning. So I'm like, whatever, fine. I'm still in that negative headspace. I just wanted to figure out what was going on, because that's, like I said, that's where my mind was. It's like, okay, it didn't work. What are we gonna do next? Like, what is our next option? Whether it's IUI, IVF was not in the question. We never wanted to consider IVF for the simple fact that it's just so costly. Yeah, so costly. So I was like, okay, if we do IUI, like how much is that gonna cost? Because this treatment was gonna be about the same that IUI was, and it's like, okay, well, can we afford it? Like that's where my mind was going. And at that same time, we went to a foster a foster care or orientation, because that's something that Brad and I always talked about. We always wanted to get into fostering and fostering to adopt, and obviously, you know, with our journey, we're like why are we waiting? So we were on track for that, and Friday came along, and I'm just still like, I just really don't want to do this. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put my big girl panties on, and I had like pregnancy tests, obviously. If you are a part of this, you know that you always have some pregnancy test under your sink in the bathroom. So I had like those cheapy little strips, and I'm like, let me pee in this cup. Let me take this test so I can call my doctor and say it's negative, like I told you. What are we gonna do next? And yeah, I was in for a surprise in my life. I did the strip, and I waited like, it was maybe a minute, and it was showing positive.
Yep.
And I was like, He wasn't here. I'm panicking. So I stick another strip in, and it's the same thing. My first instinct, I call my sister on FaceTime. I'm like, can you please look at this? And her eyes are popping. She's like, that's a positive pregnancy test. I'm like, no, like it can't be. And I took another one, and it was the same thing. So, obviously my sister's like, call your doctor right now. You were supposed to go and do a blood test, call them. So I did. Reluctantly, I did. And I said, so I had an appointment on Wednesday. I didn't go, and I was supposed to go on,
Friday,
this morning.
yeah.
And I didn't go because, and then, it was at that IVF clinic. They understand. And her first, I started laughing after the fact. She's like, well, you should have came in on Wednesday, huh? Because at that point, we were thinking, like, we were already pregnant. So I rushed to get dressed. And I go and I do my blood test. And because I got there so late, I wasn't able to get the results that same day.
Yeah.
I had to wait till the next day. But of course, if you're like me, I went to Target and I bought the most expensive pregnancy test you can get. And I went home and I'm like, okay, let's try this again. Because at that point, he's still oblivious to everything. I'm still like...
Well, yeah, I'm at work. I didn't
Yeah,
know
you're
anything.
at work.
I didn't know what was happening at all that day.
And I'm just like, I don't know, like how all those people post those videos of them finding out they're pregnant, like they start crying. That wasn't me at all.
She was through the roof.
I was just nervous. Yeah, like it was just not okay. Well, I recorded it,
Yeah,
so we probably put
footage,
some.
Yeah.
If I'm not too embarrassed by it.
No.
I tried recording with his camera, but that didn't happen. So I just got home and I have some fun today. We shall see. Alright, this part I'm editing out. That's this morning's pee. Look down here, I have recent pee. So I'm going to test it out first. Testing out another one to see what happens with this pee. And we'll go from there. These two tested super quick. This one, because it's not my first pee, we'll see if that's a legend or not. But we'll see. So it's only been a minute, and that is obviously a positive test. So I don't have to use my disgusting old pee over here. I could use the new one. Oh, this is crazy. So next I am going to be taking these so you can really see what the heck is going on here. I know you're gonna probably be angry at me that I didn't call you yet, but I'm nervous. And I went to go do a blood test too. So, oh lordy, we'll see. Alright, the first one we're gonna try is clear blue. Alright, all these things, I'm glad I peed in a little glass. Alright, you have a smart countdown on this one. Maximum of 3 minutes. Pregnant or not pregnant will show up. What does it say? A not pregnant result will remain on display for approximately 24 hours. Oh, a pregnant display will remain up to 6 months. That's good to know. So, since we're submerging it, it'll be 20 seconds. Alright, let's get this party started. Got this thing. I'm going to use my mouth. I know it's disgusting, but these things are the worst to open, honestly. Alright. Here it goes. This is what it looks like. I'm guessing I just have to take this off and submerge it. We'll see. So, now
that was 20 seconds. Now I have to wait until that thing fills up. So we're leaving this one alone. Now we're gonna move on to this one and see what happens with this one. Let's open this top. Oh! So I can do this with one hand. This one's going pretty fast. My sister's trying to call me and ruin this moment. Tell her to stop. Let's see. Trying to do this with one hand here, people. There goes a test. Same people, but it's really gonna be. This is for Brad. He's gonna kill me. I feel it already. I'm doing this all without him knowing. Ooh, we're already on 3. Trying to read the directions of the other one. Okay. So it's 5 seconds for this one submerged. Oh! Well, hello. That was less than 3 minutes. This is new. Okay, we're adding this to the. Sorry, don't look at my pee. Look at that. I'm still doing this one. Stupid student loan people. Okay, don't look at my pee. I'm sorry. I'm adding this. Now we're gonna do the first response one and see how that goes. Take off the cap. 1 second as I take this. Cap is pretty freaking strong. My gosh. Dipping in for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Taking this one out, putting you down. And now we wait for this to go somewhere. Oh, this is nerve-wracking, but that's pretty clear, huh? This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm nervous. Let's see. So far we have 1 line. And that's 2 lines. That didn't take long at all. That showed up pretty quick, actually. Alright. So now that I have like 1, 2, 3, 5 different tests that say yes, I think I can take it easy now.
So I take those 2, and it probably not even like the full time that they tell you to wait.
What is it, like?
Like 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah,
like 3 to 5 minutes. It did not take
No,
that
like,
long at all.
It was like
It was quick.
seconds to a minute. Like,
Yeah, it was quick. And I made sure to get the digital ones because, you know, with those lines, sometimes it can be confusing. So that's basically, so I had to do like a billion blood tests. I had to do a whole bunch of pregnancy tests because my reaction was not joyful like those other people have. I was nervous. I was confused. I called my sister again just to make sure that I wasn't seeing things because I can be crazy, you know. And this was all on October 18th. Yeah, it was October 18th. It was a Friday. So, like I said, the thing about the blood test, so I wasn't going to be able to find out the results that same day. So I was nervous because, yes, I had these pregnancy tests that came out positive, but me being, what's the opposite of optimistic?
Negative.
Yeah, whatever.
Pessimistic.
Well, yeah. I didn't know if I should even bring it up to Brad because it very well may be like a chemical pregnancy or just some fluke in these tests. Even though I know there's no such thing as a false positive, but still, I still couldn't believe it.
And side note, when she says a bunch, she means like at least 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did. Because it was just, come on, like it was what? At that point, it was 4.5 years that we've been trying to start a family, and it just nothing was ever working. This was the first time that I took a pregnancy test out of the gazillion that I've taken over the course of the years, that I've ever seen what a positive pregnancy test looks like. What a positive pregnancy test looks like. So I was going through wrestling with that, like, do I tell Brad? Do I not tell Brad? Like, what do I do?